went to my first SoundCloud rapper party, and it was great. But wait, let me start from the beginning. So basically, it was supposed to be my birthday, and the 31st of October, which is Halloween. And honestly, I don't really ever know what to do on my birthday because it feels so weird existing. But I just wanted to do something simple this year. I just wanted to go trick-or-treating. Even though I'm a grown man, I still wanted some free candy. Yeah, no shame. My friend, and we're just gonna call him Jay, because I'm not gonna say his real name, are you crazy? He invited me to this SoundCloud rapper party. It wasn't like an invite, it was more like they were peer pressuring me. They're like, please, you have to come with us, you have to. What? Dang, okay, fine, I guess I have to go. Yeah, I was gonna hang out with them to go to the SoundCloud rapper party. Yay! But under one condition, alright? I put my foot down. I said that me and Jay, we have to do matching costumes for the party. So my friend, he wanted to dress up as Chucky, but he's like really tall, so it was supposed to be like an ironic joke. But no, my condition was we had to be him and Charlie for Halloween. And I would be him, and he would be Charlie. So that was the condition. So cut to a few days later, and Jay is out running some errands, and it is the day of the party and also my birthday. He called me and he was like, hey man, I'm gonna go ahead and drive over to pick you up. And I was like, yeah, go ahead. I'm ready. Just to break down my costume real quick, I did have the shirt on me already. The costume looked a little bit low effort at first, but then my lovely, wonderful girlfriend, she paper mache'd me some glasses, which honestly made my costume look less like I was just there for an Apple convention. So I really appreciate that. Thank you. So anywho, I'm there waiting and 30 minutes later, and he's still not here. I think it's weird because I came down to visit not too long ago, and I told him I was down visiting, but I didn't specify that I was still down visiting because we were only 10 minutes away. So I was under the impression he was doing some extra stuff before picking me up, but no, I could not be more wrong. He thought I was over here, when in actuality I was over there. So he drove an extra hour for no reason, basically, all while he was upset about having to be Charlie. And I feel really bad because he wanted to be Chucky because he wanted to get some digits that night. And it's kind of hard to do that when you look like an undercover cop. If you ask me, it just feels very in character for him to complain about the costume as Charlie, because I feel like Charlie would also complain about the costume. But yeah, anyways, after that whole fiasco, he was very much upset. So I was like, man, there's gonna be a lot of people there, and you're not really digging the costume. So, and honestly, it's kind of chilly too. It's really cold, and he wears like shorts and a shirt, and I would most definitely freeze out there. So we just scrapped our Halloween costume. I mean, luckily for us, my friend, he actually expected something like that to happen, so he had a backup hoodie in his car just in case. And I could be offended, but that's kind of what happened. So then we finally meet up, and it's me, Jay, and then our other friends, and these two guys that I never met before that night, but they were cool too. So we finally arrived at the party, and just off rip, it's really packed, really loud too, just chaos. There's like a security guard guy out there, and we honestly could have just went around him, but we're good Samaritans, so we did what we had to do. And it wasn't an actual security guard, it was just a guy there that they gave a vest to, and yeah, he just like checked everyone's IDs. Yeah, and then after that, it was just walking around, and it was just really sus, honestly. Like everyone was out there doing their thing, drinking their drinks. I'm also not a huge drinker, but yeah, I was still there for a good time. you know? So we're just huddled around, we're just talking and stuff, and then this guy behind us, you know, we talked a little bit, and then at some point he was like, hey man, do you want to buy any? And I was like, oh, no thank you. So then an hour goes by. Like, I had to use the bathroom at some point. So I'm waiting in line, and as I'm waiting in line, this guy, he goes in, he's like, everyone has to go, everyone has to leave, and everyone starts clearing out, and I'm like, I still gotta use the bathroom. So they were like, you guys are fine, you guys can stay, but everyone else, you gotta leave right now, the cops. I think the guy whose house it was, he like asked us in line, he was like, hey, how long have they been in there? And the person in front of me was like, oh, they've been in there for 20 minutes. So all bro did was knock on the door, and that junk basically slammed open, and we got to see everything. It's just chaos. Everything is chaos, bro. I honestly just wanted to go home, but I still had more of the night to go, so yeah, we stayed for a bit longer, and then the police presence increased, so we just left. The other two guys that came with us, one of them was chill, but then the other guy was just drunk, like really, really drunk. And like Jay, he was also really drunk. I was the only person who was not drunk, so I got to be designated driver on my birthday. I was like, come on guys, we have to go this way. Hey Poyo, I love you, Poyo, you're great. Yeah, we hop in the car, and luckily for us, every individual lived like 30 minutes apart from each other. So one of the guys in the back, he did not want to get up. He was sleeping. He was out. So then we look for an IHOP, and we're like, hey man, we should wake him up so we can get some waffles. But he refuses. So we just left him in the car. But it's okay, we cracked open the window so he wouldn't suffocate. And then we went inside and ate some waffles. But not me, I ate some pancakes. I know you guys appreciate the finer details of my life. Oh, I should also mention that after we were done eating, I did leave some of my pancakes because I was like full. So, you know, he had some pancakes to wake up to. My good karma of the night. But yeah, after that waffle pancake fiasco, I finally got to drop everyone off, and I was ready to go home. I was ready to just be in my own bed, chilling. But my friend, he didn't feel like dropping me off. He was kind of drunk too, so he invited me to sleep over at his house. And I really didn't want to. When we got there, he told me that he had something to do in the morning. And keep in mind, by the time I dropped everyone off, it was like 6 in the morning. And I was like, that's fine. When do we have to wake up? At 7. That's in an hour. We woke up from that, and whole time him and his sister were arguing, and I just wanted to go home. But eventually they stopped arguing, and I finally got dropped off. Then I went to sleep. So yeah, that all happened in one night. It was very intense, but it was definitely fun. Maybe I'd do that again. So yeah, that's my first SoundCloud rapper party. Wasn't that great? Did you enjoy that? I hope you did. Yeah, if you liked the video, please make sure to subscribe and like it and share it maybe if you want. You know, it'd mean a lot to me. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.
You thought it was over.
There's actually some bonus content I forgot to put in the video until after I was done editing. So yeah, at some point at the party, we were all inside, and my friend pulled out a little party enhancer, if you know what I mean. And when we were about to spark up, this person walked in and was like, "Cops! Cops!" And my friend, he looked at one of the people in line. We were about to go into the bathroom. He was like, "Hey, can you flush this down the toilet for us?" And they took it with them. And then 5 minutes later, there was no cops. So we just stood there. Also, when we arrived at the party and we were supposed to show ID to the bouncer or security or whatever, the person who invited me and Jay to the party, his name is Liam, he didn't have his ID, but he actually knew the guy who was performing. So we approached the security and he tapped me and he was like, nah, he's with me. We still had to show our IDs. As I'm driving, I still have one more person to drop off, and I check the gas tank, and it's all the way in the lowest bottom tier bar thing, so it was like about to be empty pretty much. So I nudged Jay, I was like, hey, should we stop for gas? And he opened one eye, looked over, and he was like, nah. And the entire ride, I was stressed out because I really thought we were gonna get stranded, but we didn't. And when we finally did drop off that last person, I finally did get to stop at the gas station. I went inside and it was like 4 a.m. at this point, and I was just like, hey, can I get some gas? And the lady in the counter, she was in a really good mood, so she was like, give you gas? Like, what, like physically, like hand you the gas? And I was so tired, so I was like, oh, ha. After that, I finally got to the point where I could pay for gas, and before I even went in, Jay, he gave me his card so I could pay, and he told me what the PIN was, but I was so flabbergasted by that interaction that I literally forgot the numbers. So when it got to that screen, I was like, hold on. And I ran to the car and then ran back and put the right code in and then left. I'm never going back to that gas station again in my whole life.